Here's an order scribbled on the wrapping from a pack of American-made cigarettes smoked in North Ireland. When I was a yard bird at Camp Callan, California, it says, Hollywood threw a big show for us one night, and the big kick for me was Tommy Riggs and Betty Lou. You guys on Command Performance claim you'll get us anything we want, so how about a repeat from Tommy Riggs? Signed, Corporal J.C. You're the law around here, Corporal, and here's the answer to your request. 2 of radio's favorite artists. That is, our ears tell us there are 2, even though my eyes see only 1. Here they are, Tommy Riggs and his imaginary little bundle of mischief, Betty Lou. Tommy Riggs.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, Betty Lou, we're mighty happy to be here tonight to do our bit for the boys, aren't we?
Oh, yes, I'm mighty happy to be here because I almost didn't get here, too.
Yes, I know, young lady. As a matter of fact, you kept me waiting for a half an hour.
Well, I wouldn't have been late, Mr. Tommy, except my mommy took me way downtown to buy me some nice new panties.
Well, Betty Lou, that's no reason to keep me waiting for a half an hour. Now, which do you think the most of, me or the new panties?
Well, Mr. Tommy, I can go a lot of places without you.
I see.
Well, Tommy, I see Betty Lou finally got here.
Oh, hello, Mr. Waring. I'm sorry I was late, but Mr. Tommy is late sometimes, too.
He is?
Yes. It's always on account of that darned old girlfriend of his, too.
Oh, is Mr. Tommy in love?
Oh, he's in love with all the girls. Mr. Waring, what's a wolf?
Betty Lou, please.
Well, are you in love with that girl?
Of course not. She's just an infatuation.
Well, how do you know when you are in love?
Well, honey, when you feel like your heart wants to jump out of your body and something in your throat seems to jump up and down, do you know what that is?
Yes, hiccups.
No. Oh, well, never mind. But, young lady, when you fall in love, you won't be able to sleep. You won't be able to eat.
Well, if I ever should get married and leave you, you won't be able to eat either.
But, Betty Lou, you wouldn't desert me, would you?
Oh, but speaking of dessert, Mr. Waring invited us over to his house tonight for a chicken dinner.
A chicken dinner? Well, that's ducky.
No, it's chicken.
Well, I hope I get there before Fred Waring sits down to eat. He certainly finished off that last chicken dinner.
Oh, Mr. Waring loves chickens. Any kind.
Well, anyway, when he got through with that last chicken, there was nothing left but the skeleton.
Well, what's a skeleton?
Well, that's the bone structure of the body. All animals and humans have a skeleton.
Well, have you got one?
Why, certainly, you have one, too. Remember that bony thing in the doctor's office?
That was his wife.
No, dear, the other one. After all, Betty Lou, we're just a bunch of bones with padding on us.
We are?
Yes.
Well, Mr. Waring certainly has a lot of padding on...
Never mind. Mr. Waring is a fine man. I used to play golf with him.
Well, Mr. Waring said he was on a tee once when a woman was trying to drive and she hit him with a golf club.
She did? What'd she hit him?
Well, Mr. Waring said she was like all woman, a backseat driver.
Well, Betty Lou, I think you'd better run along. I'll see you at Mr. Waring's house for dinner.
Well, I may not see you there, Mr. Tommy.
Well, why not?
Because I don't like chicken.
No?
No.
Well, why not?
Well, I always get the wishbone.
The wishbone? Well, that's lucky.
Did you say lucky?
Of course it's lucky.
Well, the chicken had it, but it didn't do him any good.
Well, I'd better tell Mr. Waring about this. Oh, Fred.
Yes, Tommy.
Say, Betty Lou tells me she doesn't like chicken. By the way, did you catch any fish when you were down in Florida?
Did I? I caught an 1,800-pound tuna.
How much, Mr. Waring?
1,800 pounds. I never saw such a fish in my life.
I believe you.
Betty Lou, is that polite?
I said I believe him. But you know what I caught once, Mr. Waring?
What?
Well, I was fishing one time, and I finally got something on my line, and I pulled for about 20 minutes. And when I finally got out of the water, was a darned old lantern.
Well, that's nothing unusual.
But this one was lit.
Betty Lou, please.
Well, the lantern was lit when I fished it out.
You don't expect me to believe that, Betty Lou, but I did catch an 1,800-pound tuna.
Well, Mr. Waring, if you'll drop 500 pounds off your tuna, I'll blow out my lantern. So there it is.
Thank you, Tommy Riggs. And now, fellas, we happen to know a soldier on the Bataan Peninsula. We happen to know, too, that he got married a few years ago, and that he and his wife had a favorite song. It was played at the wedding. He didn't ask us to play it here, but maybe he's listening and would like to hear it again, and maybe you would, too. We sing Stardust. Sort of brings another command performance up close to the finish line. This is Fred Waring saying thanks from over here, hoping you liked it, over there.
Uncle Sam's fighting soldiers, his fighting sailors, and fighting Marines, Command Performance is your show. And wherever you may be, look for it each week. For Command Performance reaches every corner of the world. American radio, stage, and screen stars are taking their orders from you. They're yours to command. Simply address your letters to Command Performance, USA, care of the station to which you are listening. I'll repeat that. Just write your letters to Command Performance, USA, in care of the station to which you are listening. And the best entertainers in America will send their best to the best fighting men on earth. So long, buddy, from the USA.